What's up everybody, Justin here from My Mac Mentor, bringing you another great lesson. If you're over 40, you probably remember the point in The Wizard of Oz where the movie switches from black and white to Technicolor, and if not, go see it and come back. It wasn't the first color film, but the vibrant imagery of Dorothy's ruby slippers and the yellow brick road of the Emerald City helped make that movie a classic. On the Mac, whenever you want to fill a drawing in with color, colorize some text, or format spreadsheets, you need to use what they call the colors window, or commonly known as the color picker. Like many long-standing elements of the Mac experience, most people have seen it, used it, and don't really realize how much you can do with it. How you bring it up varies from app to app. Usually it entails clicking a color button of some sort associated with styles and or formats. The colors window has three sections: buttons for the color pickers at the top, their individual controls in the middle, and user specified swatches at the bottom. Let's talk color pickers. Click the buttons at the top to switch between these pickers. The color wheel. This picker is useful for exploring a wide range of colors. Pay attention to the brightness slider at the bottom, which changes the colors in the wheel above. The color sliders. Use these sliders to specify particular grayscale, brightness, or RGB, CMYK, or HSB colors by number. You can also enter in what's called a hex color of the number directly, or you can find a color with another picker or the eyedropper tool and then look up its exact values. Desktop publishers use this feature a lot, as do web designers when they're trying to determine hex colors. When matching colors with outside sources, click the gear button to choose the appropriate industry standard palette before picking a color. Color palettes. This picker shows color swatches from different custom palettes. Use the three dots button to make, add, rename, and delete palettes. The utility of these palettes is that you can share your own color collections, enabling coworkers to use the identical colors easily, or you can download and import palettes for different uses, such as land use categories for maps. Images palette. Click the three buttons here to load new image, after which you can select any color in that image by clicking on it. This picker could be useful for matching colors in a layout with those photos. And finally, pencils. They used to be crayons, but then Apple got sophisticated, or they stopped licensing the name from Crayola. Within each color picker, it's usually obvious how to select colors. Click the wheel, move the sliders, enter the red, green, blue percentages, and so on. The selected color, which should be applied to the section in your drawing or text, appears in the large square color well at the bottom left. If your selector doesn't pick up the desired color, try dragging the color well in the lower section to the corresponding color box in your app. Now let's talk the eyedropper tool. The colors window offers an extremely useful way to select color, the eyedropper. Find it at the bottom portion of the window and click it to see a circular loop that magnifies anything under it. Move the loop until a single pixel in the middle over the color you want and click. If you press the space bar while the loop is showing, the loop also displays the RGB values of that pixel. Good to write down for later if you're using a different app and you want to have the same color in that one. Next we have the swatch drawer. What are those little swatches to the right of the eyedropper? That area is called the swatch drawer, and it's where you store particular color swatches that you want to be able to use repeatedly. To create a swatch, drag a color from the big color well into the swatch square. You can pick up a color swatch and move it around so you can arrange your swatches in a way that you'll remember. Swatches you store here will become available in all Mac apps, so it's a great way to ensure you're using the same colors everywhere. To use a swatch, just click it. It immediately becomes a selected color in the color well and is applied to whatever object you are editing. To remove a swatch, drag it to the right of the swatch squares and let go just inside the right edge of the colors window. If this doesn't work, expand the window to the right as much as possible before another column of squares appears, and then try again. Basically, you're trying to drag it to an empty space. By default, you'll see 20 swatch squares in 2 rows, but the swatch drawer has room for hundreds of squares. Expand the drawer vertically by dragging the divider line at its top, or expand the entire window vertically or horizontally by dragging any edge or corner. Now that we've looked into the heart of the color picker to provide you with more knowledge, we hope you'll find the courage to use more colors more confidently in your everyday Mac work. I'm Justin from My Mac Mentor.